Let us continue playing Koudelka. Right, we've now pretty much ended up exactly where we ended the last one, minus a couple of encounters. Now, we also know there are piles of corpses. There's also some bullets over here somewhere. There we go. Yes, we want to pick those up. Oh no! It's an inescapable room with a hole in the ceiling we could actually possibly climb through, but we'll ignore that fact and see if we can open the door. Or the bars.
Darn!
How does it look? You think we can get out?
I don't think so. You'd need the strength of a bear to break those bars with your hands.
What do you mean we can't get out? How hard can it be?
Why don't you ask these guys?
Damn it! Did you see that? Someone's in here.
Will you shut up and get us out of here? How hard can it be for thieves like you to get us out of a place like this?
Try saying that in the East End, holy man. Your severed head would hit the ground before you even finished the thought.
This is worthless. I can't believe I'm wasting my time on you. I'm on a mission from God.
Creepy girl alert.
What a waste. Such a terrible waste. My name's Charlotte. Not that it means anything. Not that you have a prayer. I'm talking to 3 dead people. Nobody's gonna save you. Nobody.
So you died here as well?
Yes, I died here too, hundreds and hundreds of years ago. They locked me up in here right after I was born. They beheaded me the day I turned 9. Happy birthday. I've been trapped here ever since, and no one even knows who I am.
My poor little angel.
Poor little angel, me? Save your pity for yourself. You'll be dead within 3 days.
Not true. I don't know what your circumstances are, but I know that your mother loved you very, very much.
My mother? I don't know her face, her name, where she came from. Nothing. You're telling me that means nothing? From the day I was born, the day I died, no one ever loved me. And I never wanted to be loved. Just die! All of you! Just die!
Well, creepy little girl says die, and now we have to fight a Spaniard. Well, Spanish ghost fencing person who is quicker than us. Right, Koudelka. Blast it with fire. And since we are armed right here at the moment, let's begin the fencing match. I'd say we got our first hit in. Right. And because you don't believe in fencing, we'll whack it with a club. Oh, iron pipe. Doing a lot of damage. I think I'm going to have to improve the strength of both those characters, so I'll continue playing like this. Magic, we're doing okay at the moment. Ooh, and she's now leveled up her flare. Yeah. That's a bit rubbish. Right. Flare has now got up to level 2, but it costs us twice as many EP to use, so what we will now be doing is training... what do we want? I think we want to train Geyser. Meanwhile, with your slightly reduced strength, attack, still doing about the same, actually. And water does about 220 to it. So we're progressing quite nicely here. The strength drop may hurt you slightly, actually, looking at this. Yeah, you might as well go back to healing, actually. Right, another water spell. I thought the fencer was quicker than us, but I'm not so sure now. Oops. Right, so that's right at the back now, so no excuses now, just slash to death. In fact, slashing to death is exactly what he managed. Well done, you have killed the ghost thing to death. And there should be some levelling going on now. Right, we'll consider this one a bit now. Vitality by 1 is almost a certain boost at this stage. As is Piety, because she needs a lot of mana points. I think what we need to do, really, is raise her intelligence a bit more. Alright. So that puts you up to an even 30 strength. Vitality boost, yes. Piety to 30, and actually, your intelligence is quite low at this stage. The reason I'm worried is because he's our current main healer, but remember, Koudelka's Piety is over 34 at the moment. I doubt James is going to be healing her an awful lot anymore. Oh, we found a rifle, which we will trade, possibly trade with Koudelka's pistol once we find some more bullets. And conveniently, there's now a hole in the wall for us to escape through. Huzzah! Right, and this is exactly where we ended the last one. First off, let's pick up this mace and see if it's got any alignment attachments. No alignment attachments. Does improve his intelligence, piety, mind at the cost of his strength. We'll save the axe for now. Might be worth trading up to a rifle with... decisions. One decision that we will probably make in the very near future is to change, is to improve Edward's speed quite drastically and then swap him over to an axe. But for now, we'll keep him as he is. And we have an encounter with a man on the ceiling with a deformed head and a gun. Ouch. Right, this could probably prove my point here, but we're going to have to try and get James to heal Koudelka now, and I don't think it's going to work very well. Still, it improves his healing ability, so we might as well do it. That's a good hit. And now, this is probably going to be disappointing. Yeah, 90. Right, so you need a mass intelligence boost if we're going to keep you as the main healer. Koudelka's dead. I'm nearly certain of that. Alright, I don't think this will finish you off. Nope. Wait. What it does mean, though, is we get to use our revive skill. Thankfully, she's in the back row, so we can revive her. If, ouch. We're really low on defences, but at the very least with, 16. 16's nothing. At least she's on her feet. Right, blast it with Geyser. At least with Edward, James can heal Edward, because Edward's piety is not high at all. Can't fall down. Yay. I'm going to have to do some rethinking, I think. Therefore I am. Right. Vitality boost. We're all going to raise your agility by 2, and then we're going to raise your piety up. We find another axe. And we'll do that, but purely because it will train it. And healing's actually quite slow to train. I think it only raises by 30. The revive does train a bit faster, thankfully. But we may have to consider using Koudelka more for healing. Right, when's these... thankfully James was levelling up very shortly, so it doesn't matter that he's low on mana points at this stage. Now this is another way we might take... Edward, because giving him knuckles and bare-handed things, and overlines, means his agility skyrockets. But Air Axe... The Iron Axe is stronger, but the Air Axe means he keeps an agility of 13, which comparative to the rest means he's acting as fast as Mr. O'Flaherty, but hitting a lot harder. Probably want to raise his dexterity a bit though. Let's keep going with the rapier for now, because I quite like the axe reasonably quickly. Right, new area. And because it's a new area, we're going to save. Come on. Overwrite. Right, now. Oh, no, don't want to save again. We're faster than my cancel! Thank you. Right, now if we look here, there's a door which is locked, so it can only be opened by the green key. Conveniently though, the key's right here. Behind Valna and Vigna. Green and shiny. Looks like the green key, but they're in the way. You cannot take this key just yet though, because they want their dolls back. And nothing you can do hurts these people. Well, ghosts. Just as a quick demonstration, I shall attempt to shoot it to death here, but it will miss. Everything you do will miss. Therefore, you have only one option. Escape. Which we can do, no worries. But you cannot fight those just yet. Still, at the very least, we don't have to go searching for the key because it is right there. Now, if we head off this way, the underground tunnel, where there are bones. It tells you this as well. There are human bones scattered everywhere. And there's also an encounter. And the encounter is against a small, deformed thing that I must kill. In fact, a thing that must die quite quickly, I imagine. Slice. Oh dear. It's preparing to do something. Let's, just in case, set up a heal on you. Oh, it's dead. I was worried about that for a moment, but apparently I was overreacting. Don't you? It might be one of those things with a low amount of hit points, but a very powerful attack. Right, here we go. So raise your agility by 2. Actually, no. Just by 1 point. We'll raise your intelligence by 2. And your strength by... your mind by 1. So part of the problem with James is because we're balancing in between being both the cleric, so he needs magic, and also the support attacker, it's very difficult to make him competent at both, and he can become quite useless if I'm not careful. Those, however, are rifle rounds. Now, how many of those have we got? Also, I should probably, yeah. Even though I don't use the pistol that often, it should always be full. Now, where are we? Tools. We have 20 rifle rounds. As much as, yeah, cleric should have the heavy weapon, giving him a rifle does two things. Firstly, it makes him fast, and if he's going to be our main healer, he needs to be reasonably fast. That makes sense. But it also, the problem is it lowers his piety, and that's something I don't particularly like to do unless I get a massive reward for it. How close are you to leveling with the club? 480. You know what, I don't mind you sticking with that for now, but we may change that. Oh, let's go through that. It's a tank filled with acid. Do you want to take some acid from a tank? Acid burns. You need something to put it into. Yep, and I think there, if we, it's a pool of acid. Very nice. Now, if we head down from here, we go to a boss fight. However, you don't need to do it just yet. I would not recommend doing it at level 8/7, or at least as low level as we are. There are other things you can do for now. And over here, we find some more pistol rounds. Door is being held shut by a mysterious force. You see, you can do all of that without fighting the boss thing. Well, we must now fight thing, I think we're up to thing 6, possibly. Trying to remember. Certainly I'm up to thing 6, because I did do a test run of this. To make sure everything was working, and also make sure I can swap the discs properly. Right. Attack! Oh, that's a bit rubbish. Skeleton without any feet falls over on you. You take 140 damage. That conveniently, though, allows us to use you as a healer without it feeling like a waste. So, thing 6. He's about to get blasted by water. 401 points of damage. And yep, that's the advantage of a high intelligence versus a low piety. We can heal for about 200. The thing seems undecided as to what it wants to do. Right, let's consider things. The air axe was less powerful, but did allow him to move a bit better. So we shall now swap him over to. Do we have a knife? Oh, we have a dark knife actually. Since he is trained with that, we might as well do this. You know, it's a level 3 in knives. That's useful. That's guy's a thing. Thing does not do a lot of damage to you. However, we shall now slice the skeleton open. That was not an entirely intelligent idea. No, 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 no. So we'll unequip the dark knife now. Thing is dead. Right. Meanwhile, let's move you up and actually have you cast healing again. Trust me, casting healing for useless situations may be, as I say, useless for now, but having a high level heal later game, invaluable. Guys up. That thing moves very fast. At the very least now this heal's now worth it. 330. We are poisoned though. So let's swap weapons over. Air axe. And this should probably finish it actually. No! Thing remains. Right, let's hit it with axe. Still not dead. This thing continually falls on top of us. Well, as I said, these sorts of fights are useful for leveling up our skills. How many hit points do you have? I'm starting to regret lowering his speed, because if I went for the knuckles instead, he would be attacking now. And rather annoyingly, the way you've moved means I can't now move the cleric into position. So cleric, you better be a bit quick about this. It's tempting to move you, it really is. Yeah, we'll be a coward for now. Because he's poisoned and needs healing. By the way, this Scoutle's gone on so long, the music track's rewound. Oh dear. Are you dead now? Yes, you are. But, as I said, that's training up our second spell. Which is important, because I might not train all 4 of them. In fact, I'm almost certain I'm not going to. But, we find cheese. Cheese is useful. Oops. As much as Koudelka healing would be useful. Right, let's check the stats. Not you. So guys is up to 360. Your healing is getting there. Right. Let us head back then to the fight we are being forced to fight. Or we could head over here. Where? Once we cross 2 stairs. This door has been destroyed. It cannot be opened. Though it does got an annoying little stair system for that. So, nothing over here apart from some skulls and another encounter. Against another one of those skittery little things which is potentially doomish. Right, let's cast a geyser at this. Skittery little thing stands up. Wait. Fortunately, skittery little thing is a bit too far back for us. What spell does not too much damage to it, actually. Right, spell. Cast on Koudelka though, so it didn't have a lot of chance of doing a lot of damage, but it missed in any case. The thing skitters, and skitters towards you. Where we whack it with a pipe. Not quite killing it. Therefore, axe. That does kill it. And we find a brooch. Now I think we can equip that. It is an earth-aligned brooch, and it's about as powerful as the no, it's slightly more powerful, but it does improve things that potentially need improving over here. That would turn That would turn James into a competent enough mage. 27 that means he's now essentially a marginally weaker version of Koudelka, though his mind needs balancing. So I would say that's worked out quite nicely for us. At the very least, it's given him more mana points. Right, I've been putting this off because I really do not think we're leveled up enough to do this boss. So what I shall do is I shall go back to the save room, save, and then next time we shall fight the boss with the Attack of Doom. And it is a doomish little attack. So So, until then.